Sisera dead, with the pig in his mouth.
Jael was who? The wife of Hebrew. And Hebrew was a Hittite. And they were descendants of Moses who were nomadic. They had come away from the rest of the tribe. They just moved a lot and they never stayed in one place. But they were already in peace with Jabin, who was also king of the Canaanites. So here we have a story where they said that when they were fighting, what happened? When the children really were fighting the Canaanites, what happened? Sisera. While they were fighting, he what? Sneaked away. He sneaks away and he started so nobody would miss him. And where did he end up? At Jael's tent. And what did she do? First she gave him what? She gave him a blanket so he could cover it up. And then she gave him a jug of milk, okay? And she made him comfortable, right? And so he thought, well, you know, everything's going good. And he told her what? If anybody comes here, what? Looking for me, tell them I'm here. So he got comfortable with the blanket and his milk. And she went, I guess it was asleep, she got what? She got a pig and a hammer and nailed it to his temple. And when Barak came, she told him what? I showed you where he is. I got the man you're looking for, okay? Okay, let's keep on reading this verse 28.
The mother of Sisera looked through the window and cried out through the lattice, why is his chariot so long in coming? Why tarries the clatter of his chariot?
29, cash.
Her word is lady answered her. Yes, she answered herself.
Next. Use your mic, I can hear you. For Sisera. And Lord, Luke 31. That's next.
Thus let all your enemies perish, O Lord, but let those who love him be like the sun when it comes out in fullest of strength.
Okay, now the last part of the lesson is a what? It's a song. Sung by who? The poet Deborah, okay, I'm going to say Deborah too. Okay, but who was she singing about? Sisera's mother. Sisera was the king who had the pig. But she's thinking about his mother because his mother's wondering what? Where is it? Why is it taking him so long? And she said, but she just started imagining, so what is he probably doing? And you know, back there, if they fought with somebody, they could get some of the spoils. So, oh, he's probably looking for him a couple of ladies to bring back with him and some of the good fine linen and stuff that they have there. And that's probably what's delaying them and all of that. But she didn't know the story. And she, Deborah, and Barak sung the story to let the people know what? That what God has promised you, what? It's going to happen. And he's going to do what? Whatever he said he's going to do. But she couldn't understand because she was not there. And she was just speculating what would happen to him, why it took him so long to get back. Okay? Any comments?
Well, when I read it, I was thinking about the fact that Deborah was a prophetess,
Mm-hmm.
and she was thinking in her mind what his mother was from.
Okay? So she had kind of some help maybe from God. Yeah. And that's what they did. Back then when they did, they had walls and everything. They were singing about some of the things that happened and everything, how they felt was going to happen. And this is Deborah singing about the mother of Syria. Any more comments? Okay, as we mentioned earlier, that some of the people who when we started, that we said that Syria has chariots of iron, and this was a sort of new invention for people who warned on this particular time. And Iraq was kind of scared because these people got all this equipment and everything. Well, God had told Deborah to tell them what? God had given you the land, all you need to do is what? Go and get it. And he was like, I will not go unless you go. If you don't go, I'm not going. If you go, I'll go. But she persuaded to go on, and then when the Sisera came with his army, God directed them which way to go. But as I mentioned too, that before the fight started, there was a flood. And the river and the land got kind of clogged up, and all those chariots of iron got stuck in the mud. And they weren't able to do them. But while they were fighting, Sisera sneaked on out so nobody would miss him. And he ended up at Jael's wife's tent. And Jael's tent, which is the wife of one of the Kenites. And we said the Kenites were some people who were nomadic, they were descendants of Moses, but they weren't friends with the Canaanites. And she felt like, well, no, since this is friendly territory, that help him escape. And that's why I started again today. So any comments anybody likes to share with us?
Well, this lesson is a fulfillment prophecy of Deborah, that he was going to be taken by a woman. I was saying that this lesson is a fulfillment of the prophecy of Deborah, that he would fall at the hands of a woman. So Sarah would fall at the hands of a woman.
And the woman will get more credit than what? Than Barak.
Than Barak.
Yeah, so this was the fulfillment of that, okay? Good point. Anybody, any more comments? Okay, let's get into the lesson and if you have any comments, questions, just ask them to go. We're on page 59. Why did Sisera flee to the tent of Jael? Why did he go to Jael's tent? They were at peace with the Canaanites, and he was a Canaanite, right? So he felt like, well, no, they had peace. So if I go there, I probably have somebody to take care of me, okay? What did Jael give to Sisera? She first gave him what? A blanket so he could cover himself. And then she gave him some milk so he could drink. And I guess he got comfortable, right? Okay? And what request does Sisera make of Jael? Now, if somebody come here trying to find me, you have to tell them, No man is in it. Okay? And he thought, you know, he was in good hands, right? But what did she do? What did she use to kill it with? That's the next question. She took a peg and a hammer and did what? And nailed that peg through his temple to the ground. That's all the treacherous thing. But she nailed him to the ground. Okay? What is credited with subduing Jabin and the Canadians? I mean, who is credited with subduing Jabin and the God and Jacob, the promise is what? That the lady was going to do it. So the right gets credit either, right? How did the devil describe jail? Most blessed among women. They kind of remind you of who? Mary in the New Testament, when the angel appeared to her, and God blessed her as being the virgin mother of Jesus. So jail was called most blessed among women. Who's supposed to look for Sisera's return? Who was looking for her to come back?
His mother.
His mother, okay? And we said in the lesson, his mother is presented by how? In a song that was sang by who? By Deborah, okay? And what was the content of the song? What was the song talking singing about? What was her problem? What was her word? She was worried about what? Why the son hadn't come back home from fighting, okay? And what were some of the things she was thinking?
Well, they come back with the boots, putting his eye in, where they have two women in watering cloth and garments and all that nice things.
She knew that when they were asked to fight, if they defeated the country, then what? They could get choose whatever they wanted, bring them some women back. They could find the best cloth and everything and bring it back to everything. So she felt like that since he hadn't come back, that's probably what he was doing. And what did she say at the end of the song? What was the last couple of verses of the song said? I think that's the verses. Okay, 31.
Thus let all your enemies perish, O Lord. Let those who love him be like the sun, when they come out of the sun.
Good. Let all your enemies perish. So Deborah was saying this before. Sisera was an enemy, right? So she said, let all perish, and let those who love him be like the sun. And now the sun is what? Everybody sees the sun shines bright. And when it comes out of the full strength, it's beautiful. So she was saying, well, you know, it's less the beauty and everything fall on the children of Israel, but all his enemies, what? Doesn't perish. Okay. Any more comments? Let's look at the application on page 58. How this should apply to us. This lesson should apply to us. Page 58. Do you have it? Somebody read the first paragraph. Bullet.
Although Sisera attempted to run from God and his people, he was unsuccessful. God was clearly the strength behind Israel's victory over the Canaanites. He does not allow man to grasp. Regardless of whether our situation is identical to Sisera's, it is certain we cannot outrun the hand of God. Paul put it simply, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things done in the body according to what he has done, whether good or bad.
We can't escape what? The judgment of God. And he says, here's the what? We can't run from God. That's what the Syrian was trying to do. And they had this song that was out not too long ago about what? Your arms are too short to box with God. So man, there is no feedback, no solution when you're dealing with God. And he gave me scripture to verify that, 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear what? Before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in the body, if they can one to the end of this body, okay, according to what he has done, whether it's good or bad. So regardless of what we do, in judgment day we have to give account for it. All of men, okay? Will you read the second bit of somebody else?
Deborah praised J.M. in a very unique manner. She sang, most blessed among women was J.M. This praise is heaped on J.M. because she seemingly acted without regard for her own best interest. Interestingly, similar language is used to describe Mary, the mother of Jesus. Although they are an unlikely pair, both women play a role in the deliverance of God's people. Additionally, both J.M. and Mary displayed undeniable courage.
Now, do you see what we said? That Jesus got the credit too, but J.M. got the credit too. And that was part of the predicament that Deborah is told, right, you're going to go down there with what? A lady's going to get the credit. You're not going to be your Lord because you didn't do exactly like God wanted you to do. And the lady did what you should have been doing. So God gave her credit for that, because I'm the most blessed woman. So can you see how sometimes what we miss what we were going to do, but that thing that's going to stop God from getting this, whatever this point across. Because if we don't, there's somebody else that will do. And God knows how to put these people in place. But he has something for us to do, we need to what? Do it, okay? Back to the questions on page 60, the discussion question. Page 60. What does this passage teach us about God's sovereignty? We just got to talk about 2 Corinthians what? And God's going to do what? He's going to judge everybody. Regardless what? Good or bad. God is king over everything. He's all-knowing. He's everywhere you go. So you can't escape him. That's the same we had in that bullet we just read. He's over all. He is the creator. And we are the creatures. So we have to be up under his ruling, okay? And why did he make us Christians? What's our job as Christians? What God wants Christians to do?
Obey him and exhibit the character of Christ.
And what's our mission? We have a ministry for that. To teach and to bring others to him. Are we supposed to evangelize? That's the word I'm looking for. But we didn't come to just sit on the pews every day. Look good, dress good. But God wants us to get out there and what? Bring sheep to him, okay? Okay? Any more comments? That teaches us about God's sovereignty? He had everything in place for this war, right? Even though Sisera had all this iron and everything, chariots, God said, he fixed it where he couldn't even use it. And just the little men that Barak had, and they defeated him. They said they killed everybody, right? It stopped Sisera, and he sneaked away while they were fighting and thought he had gotten away. But he went to Jael's house and what? She did him up. She gave him a blanket. She got him some pegs. The pegs were simple, and so they pegged him to the ground. And he told them, if anybody looks for me, tell me he's not here. But what happened to what did Jael do when Barak got to her tent? She went out and met him, didn't she? She went out and met him and said, well, here's the man you're looking for. He's sitting out with the peg in his temple. So you have to look no further, because I got to be for you. That seemed like a good little plot story, right? But it shows you about how God is. Somebody's mind. Oh, those brothers up to okay. How is Jael contrast with Barak? How is Jael contrast with Barak? She was brave, she was courageous.
She was cunning. You know, I think she put something in the milk. Make it go something.
She said, you know, when you're tired and you get some good milk, but this is with me. After eating and sleep. So he just got comfortable. He had something to keep him warm, a whole thing of milk to drink. And he just relaxed and went on in. But she was courageous. They said, they would get a peg and a hammer. And that is to his temple. She wasn't playing. And what the rock? Doubtful, insecure,
He was fearful.
fearful. He heard each other, I'll go there if you go. If you don't go, I'm not going. And God has already told him what? I'm going to get this land to you. All you have to do is go get it. So he was kind of negative-like and everything. She was positive. They went alike. We have to give credit to what? To her and also to Deborah, because God had used them, and then God always used, sometimes women are used to do things that God wants them to do. And here's a situation where Jael, the woman, was more courageous, and then what God wanted done than Barak, whom he had put over the army in Israel. And he pushed and encouraged more. Okay? Next question. What does Deborah's song teach us about the Canaanites? That's verses 28, 30. You turn back and look at that. He said, this is Deborah's song, saying about her son, Sisera, why it's taken him so long to get back home and she waiting on him. What's some other things that her song teaches us about the Canaanites?
That they were ruthless.
They were ruthless.
That the mother expected all of this because this is what they had done in the past.
Yeah, she expected what they were going to bring something back and they were going to kill everything they could kill and they were going to get the best linen and everything. But she knew what they were supposed to do, or how they were supposed to do. So she said, well, maybe that's why he's taking them so long. But she also said what? She said in verse 30, and they're not finding and dividing spoil. Or they're not finding and dividing spoil. To every man, a girl or two. For Sisera, he's got a plunder of dyed garments. Plunder of garments that's embroidered and diadem brought from the neck of the lupus. She just had it all fixed out. All up to, then she just thought she knew what was going on. But then she said what? But let those who love him be like the sun when it comes out in full strength. Deborah, this is Deborah's, probably her mother, Sisera's mother didn't think it. She's thinking about the Canaanites and how they acted. But it was Deborah who was singing the song, was saying, Lord, what? Let the people who you want in charge be singing, be in charge. Everywhere you see, they like the sun. Because he had destroyed what? The enemy who the people thought should have won the war. Okay? Any comments? Let's go back and read part of the introduction, because there's some interesting points in there that I'd like to point out. The first paragraph on page 52. Can I get another reading? Let me ask a question. They mentioned the men of Zebulun and Naphtali. But who were they? Two of the tribes of Israel. And what did they do? They connected with who? Who did they fight with? We're talking about in this. Barak. They were Israelites, so they fought with Barak. And Sisera was the enemy. He was a Canaanite that was in the land. And then they made it back to Kenites. And these were the descendants of Moses who had strayed away from the other children of Israel. And so they were nomadically what? They didn't stay in one place, they just moved around and moved around. But at the time of this lesson, they were friendly with the Canaanites. And that's how Sisera got thrown off, because he thought maybe he was a jail. Her people were friendly with Israel, and that she was going to take care of them. But so he made his doom there. Okay. You have anybody like to read the first part? First paragraph for the introduction? Yes, please.
Because of Deborah's encouragement, Barak led the men of Zebulun and Naphtali in battle against the Canaanites. Although Canaan's forces, under the leadership of Sisera, were formidable, the men of Israel prevailed with the Lord's help. Describing this, the author of Judges wrote, and the Lord routed Sisera and all his chariots and all his army with the edge of his sword before Barak. And Sisera alighted from his chariot and fled on foot. The victory was impressive and total, for all the army of Sisera fell by the edge of the sword. Not a man was left.
Okay, the Lord routed what? Sisera's chariot where he wanted to be. And that's when he was losing the war, Sisera just slipped away. Next paragraph, someone read for me.
It is easy to focus exclusively on the role played by Israel's deliverers. To do so, however, is a mistake. Individuals like Deborah and Barak played important parts in treating God's people, but they did only what God enabled them to do. The text leaves no doubt about Israel's true hero. According to Judges 4:23-24, God subdued Jabin, king of Canaan, in the presence of the children of Israel. And the hand of the children of Israel grew stronger and stronger against Jabin, king of Canaan, until they had destroyed Jabin, king of Canaan. like the sun when it comes out in full strength.
Okay, was the Israel couldn't do by themselves, what? They could do it with God. And as long as they were faithful to God, God took them even until Jabin had died. And we said that's why we had judges, because what? The people were good for a while, but then they returned from God and what? Somebody put them in captivity, and then they started crying and begging again. So God will put the judges there to do what? To get them back on track. Okay? The last paragraph, and then we're going to have to stop.
God's power is especially seen in His ability to help His people in unexpected ways. In our lesson 6, Judges chapter 4, verse 17 to 22, God used Jael, the wife of Hebrew, the Kenite, to put the fleeing Sisera at ease and subsequently take his life. No doubt that Sisera believed Heber and his wife would offer him a place of refuge because they were at peace. Verse 17. Instead, Jael acted with courage, cunning. Because of her actions, they're saying, all women is the wife the Kenite. Blessed is she among women and singing. Verse chapter 5, verse 1. The contrast between Sisera and Jael could not be sharper. Sisera was the powerful commander of David's army. Jael was an unsuspecting tent dweller. For the second time in the narrative, a woman moved to center stage, as Deborah predicted. The Lord did indeed send Sisera into the hand of a woman. Chapter 4, verse 9. God is clearly at work.
Okay? So did we get the whole story? Do we have the question about what happened in our lesson today? Sisera, Jael, Deborah, Barak, Zebulun, Jabin. A lot of names, right? Can we put them in place? We know who belongs to Israel, who belongs to Canaan. That's what it's all about. Israel represents God's people, right? Canaan's what? The enemy. And I think in our lesson, we look at what happened today in the lesson, and let us know that God is sovereign. And whatever He wants done, it will be done. And even though you might not be brave enough to do it, but say, but with God, we can do what? Our thing. And we should remember that as Christians, don't back down. God got something for each one of us. And He wants us to attack it because what He said, wherever we are, He's with us, right? And we need to keep this in mind. That the battle is not ours. It's the Lord. The song said, right? And we're just the ones He used to do that because He's not coming down here as a spirit, as a man, and do things. That's what the church is for. With His arms and His legs, His heart, His thinking. Because we have the Holy Spirit in us to help us to guide us. So He's looking out for us, and we need to carry out His will individually and collectively. Any comments? I think our time is about up. Any comments? Questions?
I just want to reflect on last time.
Mm-hmm.
God used the least likely people.
You want to do something?
I just want to reflect on last Sunday's lesson, which I think was a powerful lesson, and today's lesson was a powerful lesson, how God uses the least likely people, the common people. Mary, the mother of Jesus, was just a girl, a common girl. Jael was a wife of a warrior, and Deborah was was not really a common person. She was a judge and highly respected. But God used these people to accomplish the goal He set out for the Israelites.
Okay, good point. Let me say what? We think that we have to have the best to do whatever we have to do. But we say God can do what? All things. So whatever He wants to do with God's ideas, those things, and then even sometimes we get ready to spread the word to people who are out in the world. We say, well, he's a drunkard. We don't spend the time with him. But if God got something for him, He changed people like Paul. Paul was killing Christians. But with God, like you said, He'll take the common people and get some things done that He wants done. And I think a lot of times when Brother Reed is preaching, he said, well, if you don't pray, then what? The rocks pray. And the Bible says what? I mean, God got people to take care of what He wants done. And I guess we shouldn't be expecting everybody to be alike. Because God does. He knows what you can do, what you need to do. And you know what you can do. And you have to come forward and do what you need to do to make the will of God be more effective here and in our lives. And with those words, I'm asking we'll close the lesson. If nobody have any questions or comments. And next Sunday we'll look at the Midianites in Gideon. Midianites and Canaanites too. It's another tribe of them. Anybody know a lady in the Bible that was from Midian, that was a Midianite? And go back to what Doc said, Dr. Gentry. Ruth was a Midianite. And Ruth ended up being in the lineage what? The Jesus family. She married Boaz. So if we go back to look at the name of God, and like I said, she wasn't an Israelite, but God used her to bring Christ earthly to the world. So that's why we say we want you to connect with these lessons because they're important. They have history about it that help us to understand relationships. When people are in good standing, when they're not, what happens if they are, what happens if they're not. So all this was what? To our good. Because I said the class is coming, so we'll have a closing prayer.